think that's around 23 years. He was the closing general session speaker at Toastmasters International Conference in 1995. Along with fellow Rough Rider Randy Davis Gedaliah, they have coached a first, second, and third place winner in Toastmasters World Championship of Public Speaking. With his speech titled The Amazing Ray Frier, please welcome Robert Gedaliah.
Ray Frier died of a heart attack in his sleep on March 11th. He was 73 years old. That night, about 11 o'clock, he went to sleep with Irma, his wife of 43 years. Irma told us this. They looked at each other. They said, "I love you." They kissed, and about 4 hours later, Irma leaned over, and Ray was ice cold. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Rough Riders, welcome guests. Ray planned everything out. 73 years old is way too young. But to say goodnight to your wife and say, "I love you," wow. What a way to go. Now, there are 10 guests here. Let me try to get you Ray. Ray's about 5'8" tall, about 5'8" wide. Did you ever see the movie Batman? Danny DeVito, the Penguin? That's Ray. Exactly, with beautiful blue eyes, always immaculately dressed. Cufflinks. Usually he had a Toastmaster pin, pocket square, and he always wore a ring on his pinky ring. So I met him 23 years ago when I walked. It's exactly the same room. We used to stand there, face this way, mostly men, mostly Irish guys from the Wall Street Journal and the New York Times, and I met Ray. He's a great man. For those that met him and heard him speak, he was a great man. He was funny, he was profound, he gave knowledge, wisdom. He's a great loss to me personally and to our club. Ray joined Rough Riders in 1970. He was the club president in 1976. He won the humorous speech contest, Toastmasters International Humorous Speech Contest in 1977. He's the one who started sending me, we both got this from a man named Al Gahagan, who was also a member, who used to send us recycled postcards. Ray sent me postcards with, on the back, the stamp exactly the same, with little parts and stuff like that, and happy birthday notes and stuff, and pictures and things. So I would send him back postcards, happy birthday, and things like that as well. He upped the ante with all these stickers and stuff. Amazing. There were times that we had some difficulties, health difficulties. And Ray called. If you need anything, I'm there for you. And I knew he would be. I knew he would be. So his funeral was at Holy Cross Church on Wednesday, the 14th of March. Beautiful old church. He had been a member there for 40-something years. Father Pete, who looked a little like Ray, only bigger. Bigger this way. They knew each other from church, from drinking, from eating, from drinking and eating and talking to. The service. You know, sometimes you go to a church or a synagogue and the priest, the rabbi, the minute, they don't know the person. Rabbi Pete. It's all the same after a while. The priest, Father Pete. He knew Ray. He captured Ray. The eulogy was so beautiful. It was funny. It was touching. It was Ray. And I'd never seen this, ever, at any funeral. The end of the funeral, Father Pete says, Ray Frier has been a member of Rough Riders Toastmaster Club for over 40 years. Let's send Ray off with a standing ovation. 300 or so people, friends, family, stand up, Ray, 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 Ray. It was incredible. And then Ermin Ray, they had paid for it, they invited us to have some food, some drink at the West Bank Cafe, which was like a block away. The energy in the church, the spirit, the whatever word is comfortable for you, Ray was there. Ray was in that church. And more so when we had a couple of drinks and some food at the wake afterwards, and Paul Fetcher, member of the club, grabbed a microphone and started talking about Ray. He passed it to about 5 or 6 Rough Riders. We hogged the microphone, all the Rough Riders. And my story, I have a lot of them, but this one, about 17 years ago, Randy and Ed Kennedy is now 87 years old, were competing Toastmasters contest of humor. They practiced here, because the speech was going to be on Saturday or so. That, after the meeting, Ray walks over, right over here, I'm standing right there, looks at Ed, pauses. Ed, don't even show up. And every time I think of that, I start listening. So I'm at the gym that night, I'm on the elliptical, trying to work all this stuff out. And I'm thinking of that joke, and I'm laughing. I go to Equinox 92nd Street and Broadway. I'm walking down Broadway on 90th Street and Broadway. I'm thinking of Ed, don't even, and I'm laughing. I look over here, and there's a vanity plate that says, "Trust God." For a Jewish, Buddhist-leaning guy, this was like, wow. Ray is still talking to me, and I start laughing. So, in the tradition of Holy Cross Church, in the tradition of SCC Rough Riders, let's send Ray off with a standing ovation. Ray! Woo-hoo! Ray Frier! Ray Frier! Madam Toastmaster! Great!
Sneaky way to get a standing ovation.